Hello, welcome to my new channel. This is Spirit Fox Tarot. So we're gonna see how this is gonna go. It's something I'm trying out. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it brings some clarity to perhaps some things you've been thinking about recently. I'm just here to kind of offer a little bit of help along your spiritual path. I'm new to this, so I've been reading tarot, my own tarot, for about a year, learning. I'm very intuitive. I feel I have a lot to offer in this area. I've been very drawn to this area for a while, but this is my first time kind of doing this channel, so hope you like it. And here we go. So I got two piles here. Um, we've got a large citrine and a small citrine. Um, yeah, so maybe take a moment to choose. Okay, I'm going to go with the large citrine first. We've got Peacock Spirit, Let It Shine, Strength. We've got Shed Old Skin and Thunderbird Clan. And I'm actually going to use these cards as a clarifier. Got some great Crow. The Crow Tarot is my my new deck. I felt very drawn to pick it up yesterday. And this one here is actually from the Crow Tarot. It's beautiful, beautiful deck. I was out in nature yesterday, getting the feel for it, and as I was doing that, there was crows surrounding me, speaking to me. It was rather magical, actually. So that's that. Okay, so let's take a look here. Wow, this is kind of a neat spread here. What I see is a need, obviously, to let yourself forward, to bring yourself to the forefront. And there might be people trying to hold you back or try to squash your spirit, per se. They might be not seeing your potential, what you can offer. And maybe it's because in the past you haven't maybe performed to the levels that people have expected of you. But what I see here is that there's no need to shrink from that. That there is a lot of potential, that you may be making some changes. I see the shedding the old skin. You can really do something amazing, and you really need to believe in yourself. And you need to see what your talents are and your skills are. And you need to embrace those and run with them. You can't be someone that you're not. You have to let what is in that heart chakra there shine. And it does not mean that it's going to be easy. A little bit of strength is going to be required. And this is a beautiful card. I actually I just got this card the other day. And I would like to read, if I can find my description here, I would like to read what it means, the Strength card, in this particular Crow Tarot deck. It's rather beautiful. And it'll just take me a moment to find that. Here it is. So keywords: inner strength, passion, virility, and confidence. Element: fire. Obviously, Leo card. It is not through brute force that this crow has achieved the challenging goal of taming the wild beast. It is because she has mastered her ability to connect with a higher frequency, channeling trust and respect. The positive energy she radiates enables the crow to balance confidently on the lion's nose, not in conquest, but out of mutual respect. The crow has learned how to remove her ego, quieting the hum of fear, allowing her to hear the inner guidance of her higher conscious. It is from this place she wields the true power of strength. The Strength card suggests you will have an experience that requires you to summon the power that comes only from exercising inner peace and freeing yourself from the influences of ego and fear. When reversed, Strength may be warning that you're not in control of your emotions, but it wasn't reversed. So, yeah, it's very interesting. I am also, this one's actually, I left this one for last because I really like this deck. It has a lot of wisdom. So I kind of saved, I don't want to save the best for last, but this one I have it always brings me such clarity. So Thunderbird Clan, imminent change, life force rebuilding. So you could be in a time of just great change. And I have heard that this is a time for a lot of people. I have to be starting new soul contracts or what. I have a few spiritual leaders that I learn from, and what I have heard is that this is an interesting time for people restarting, starting something new, and obviously spring too, right? It's time to start something new, rejuvenation, new life, springing. No pun intended. New life. It's a time for great change, and also the Aries full moon too that we recently had. I think plays a little bit into that as well. This is a time for a lot of people, and probably yourself, who you were drawn to this reading and to this particular deck. This pile. That this is a time for you, and it's exciting. Like, I'm looking at this. It's an exciting time to let yourself shine. For you to shed old skin, like the snake, and to change your life for the better, to rebuild. And sometimes, in order to rebuild, things have to crumble a bit. And maybe you're experiencing that right now. Maybe you've had a change in a job situation or a relationship situation. And sometimes before things get better, things have to get a little worse. Things have to kind of crumble so they can form into something new. And perhaps you are experiencing that. I'm going to end off by reading from the book about this card here, the Thunderbird Clan. I don't think I really need to clarify anything. That was all very, very straightforward, in my opinion. So number 7, Thunderbird Clan. Imminent change, life force rebuilding, as it says here. And 7, that's an interesting number. I'm not too much into the numerology, but those of you who are might see something there. Yeah. The Thunderbird Clan card represents energy at the highest level. Like the thunder rumbling across the sky, the energy of Thunderbird makes its presence known. Be prepared for situations to move very quickly and to become intense. This life force energy is the spark of the universe and the surge of power that can ultimately create or destroy. Thunderbird is like the earth shaking, the phoenix rising from the ashes, the tower crumbling down. The element of fire in the Thunderbird brings change, the burning of the old to make room for the new growth. The Thunderbird signals an abundant flow of energy that brings you into a new cycle. Be careful not to block or resist the necessary changes. Let the energy flow to ultimately create a better life that is more in tune with your spiritual gifts and your purpose. Thunderbird leads the way to finding that purpose. If we resist, however, the false ideals we have built will come crashing down. Wow. See, this is, I feel this is like my pile. I was called today to do this for you today because I feel it is something that is in line with maybe my greater purpose. And after just losing a job situation here, I'm definitely in this energy. And it's interesting, the bird imagery here too. Peacock, crow, the thunderbird. Yes, very much. It's very interesting. I see some similarities there. There's a prayer that comes with this, so feel free to perhaps pray along. But Great Spirit, help me to embrace the changes that are necessary for me to live out my truth. I honor the incredible power of Thunderbird energy. I will use this energy wisely to create a better life for myself and a better world for all my relations. Wow, I think this is my pile. I don't know, that's obviously your pile too. Wow, that's really great. Very straightforward. Okay, I think that's all I have for this pile. I'm going to go on to the next one. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully I will be doing more of these, and we shall see you again. Okay. So I've got pile number 2 here with the little citrine. Little citrine there. I'm really into the citrine right now. It's a very interesting rock, I think. It's kind of the one that's calling to me. And I'm not too into all the gems and the rocks. I enjoy them. I don't know a ton about them. I know that this one's to help with confidence, I know, is one aspect, which is something I always, maybe struggle with personally. Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Ooh, 2 of Swords. I'll leave this one for last. Shapeshifter. Mother Earth. Time to collaborate. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. I might actually get a couple more cards here. This is the Crow Tarot. I really like this deck. The Star. I'll grab one more. Obviously, there's a choice here that needs to be made. And that might be... I think there's a choice between working with others and going it alone. Maybe you find that you're an independent spirit, but Temperance, you maybe rely too much on yourself, thinking you can do it all. And maybe this is in business or relationship or whatnot, but I think Spirit is trying to tell you that it's okay to collaborate and that you can't do it all yourself. You are multi-talented, though. You're a shapeshifter. You have many unique gifts, and you are called upon to use those gifts. Make no mistake. But at the same time, you're called to recognize your gifts. Definitely with the Star card here. Don't put yourself in a corner. I think you might have had an energy in the past where people have tried to tell you that you can't do something, or you can't. achieve something. But I see that you do have the gifts here. You do have what it takes, but you can't do it alone. You need to collaborate to get to where you want to go. I think that's a very and this choice here, and maybe I think you maybe understand this deep down, and maybe you were in a situation where you were working as a team and that didn't quite work for you, and maybe you were in a situation where you're working just on your own and that didn't work for you, and maybe there is no need to choose between the two, is what I'm getting here. You can do both, but you, in your mind, you feel like it is a choice that needs to be made. Go it alone or collaborate. I'm going to read this one because I read it the other day and it is pretty beautiful. I really like this deck. It's the Crow Tarot. I felt called to pick it up. So let's look at that. The Two of Swords in this book. We'll just take a minute here. Okay. The blindfolded crow balances herself on the blades of two swords. She calmly stays in place, unable to see the edges or where to safely hop to next. She is afraid of making a dangerous or painful mistake. The Two of Swords suggests that you may find it difficult to make a significant decision because you feel you are unable to see the full picture, or that there is valuable information that is being withheld. If you are feeling stuck, evaluate where the fear is coming from and look for the steps and information you need to proceed safely. When the Two of Swords is reversed, which it's not, problems with indecision is heightened. But yes, we are seeing a little bit of indecision there. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's part of life. That's part of the journey. We have to make mistakes to get to where we're going sometimes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of shining as well. The last pile had the peacock and it was all about shining. I think there's this element here too, that don't be afraid to shine, but don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to work with others. And no man is an island. Don't go it alone. You can achieve greater things if you collaborate. This card here I left for last. I just feel like it's a good card to kind of. This deck is great for summing things up. I see Mother Earth, creative feminine force, nurturing, birth. I think you need to nurture yourself a little here. I think maybe you're hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Nurture what is within you that needs to be nurtured. Nurture others. Compassion. Compassion is important here. I'm going to read that one. That's number 2. Mother Earth, keywords, creative feminine source, nurturing birth. The Mother Earth card asks you to open yourself to feel the complete truth of your life. You must be willing to experience the painful as well as the joyful moments to fully emerge. Reaching that magical point of renewal allows the heart to expand towards the light. Through the expression of our emotions, we are able to tap into our true feminine nature and appreciate our connection to all living things. We learn to properly nurture ourselves and become the caretakers that we are naturally meant to be. Open up and allow your heart room to grow. When we allow ourselves to give birth to our emotions, we learn to truly honor the creative feminine source within us. So everyone has masculine and feminine in them. I think this card is definitely calling you to embrace your feminine side and your feminine nature, and that that nurturing, that might be with family, with children. I think getting like a strong kind of career feel with this one, or with family a little bit intermingled. I think that the work world, and this happens a lot with women and some men, for sure, definitely some men too, is you're called to be very logical and very, I would almost say cold, or to kind of turn off your emotions. And I think that this reading is trying to tell you that you can still have that kind of nurturing, softer side, and that's part of you, right? And that is okay. Being a well-rounded shapeshifter, not just a one-sided person. Your success is brought by having all those multifaceted elements to you and letting them shine, and that's going to bring you success. Well, this is cool. This is really cool. Yeah, you need to embrace all those sides of you, and don't be afraid to let the feminine and the nurturing side in to whatever you're doing, because that is going to be part of your success and who you are in life and in work too, in all aspects. Yeah, it's hard to say whether this is more about relationships or career, but I'm kind of getting both. I'm getting both, that it's and that's the thing. Why do we have to be someone different in our career than who we are? Like, to a certain extent we do, but at the same time, like, it's not really fair to have to become someone completely different to do your job versus who you are, and like, there needs to be some sort of melding of that. You have to be your true self. Yeah, you can't stifle that. There's a prayer here that comes with this card, and feel free to kind of pray along. Help me, Great Spirit, to recognize my own inner light so that I may project positive, loving energy out into the world and work towards achieving my goals with clear direction. See, it's interesting. Yeah, my goals with clear direction. That's interesting that it said that, because I look at this card and I think, oh, love, gentle nurturing. I don't really think of goals, but that's more of the logical side, right? This is more the right brain side, but it's all connected. Yeah, it is. It's not one or the other. You need to be a whole person to achieve your goals. So that was that. That was a good one. Wow, 2 really good readings. Thank you very much, guys. I am excited to be doing this, and hopefully I'll be doing more. This is Spirit Fox Tarot. Let me know if you like it. Goodbye.